These two individuals are both in their 60s. They have similar health records, stable finances, and have weathered the same types of life events. Yet they are experiencing two completely different realities. One feels a constant weight. The other still laughs easily and genuinely looks forward to tomorrow. When we see a gap like this, we often assume the happier person is simply luckier. But the facts show that two people can share identical circumstances while living in entirely different emotional worlds. The difference comes down to where their attention goes. There are 3 specific questions that can rewire where your brain directs its focus, preventing you from wasting the years ahead. Finding joy in your 60s is a matter of changing how you process the present moment, rather than trying to fix the past or stall the future. To understand why this shift is necessary, we have to look at how we are wired. The human brain operates as a biological problem detector. Every day, attention naturally drifts towards friction, the sudden ache in a knee, a rising utility bill, or the friend who hasn't called. This negativity bias skews our perception. Your mind treats difficulties like giant, bold headlines, demanding your immediate attention. Meanwhile, your daily blessings, the comfortable bed, a good meal, or a quiet morning, get buried in the fine print. This bias is compounded by a major shift in our 60s. Imagine spending 40 years running to catch a train. You work hard and raise a family. Finally, you get on the train and sit down with a sigh of relief. You look out the window and realize you have no idea where you actually want to go. Suddenly, the daily schedule is wide open. The deadlines and demands that dictated your attention for decades have vanished. You have an abundance of free time, but you have lost the structure that used to organize your days. Gaining total freedom without a target for your attention rarely feels like a vacation. Instead, that free time often breeds a quiet, pervasive emptiness. The first question to begin rewiring your attention is, what am I overlooking that is still good in my life? Perception works like this camera viewfinder. The jagged problems in the foreground are highly visible, blocking the bright background. Happiness in your life hasn't necessarily vanished, it has simply slipped out of focus. The positive elements in our lives tend to be quiet. A peaceful breakfast, a warm greeting from a neighbor, or the simple absence of pain in your back today. These things do not arrive with a megaphone. Because your brain defaults to scanning for threats, you have to actively search out these quiet anchors. This training helps your mind register the good that is already happening every day. Once you can see what is still good, the second question is, what gives my life meaning right now? Psychology makes a distinction here. Having free time and having purpose are two different things. Filling open hours by watching the days pass is rarely fulfilling. Well-being requires active engagement. Meaning does not require a massive undertaking or an audience. It only needs to feel genuine to you. Look at these hands tending to a houseplant. Meaning can be found in the simplest acts of caretaking. Cultivating a garden, sharing a story with a grandchild, or mastering an old hobby provide a clear, localized target for your energy and heart. Human beings require a sense of direction. Without it, daily life can feel like simply waiting for the calendar to turn. That leads directly to the third question. What small thing can I do today to feel more alive? People often believe they need to feel motivated or enthusiastic before they can take action. They wait for excitement to arrive on its own before they call a friend or take a walk. This flowchart illustrates behavioral activation. We don't act because we feel motivated. We feel motivated because we act. Forcing a small action physically interrupts the brain's autopilot. That tiny interruption provides new stimulation. As the cycle completes, it generates the motivation you were waiting for. A fulfilling life grows from the accumulation of small, consistent physical movements. These tiny shifts interrupt the cycle of stagnation and remind your brain that life is still happening. While these questions seem simple, they act as a specific system for training human attention. The first question targets what you notice, the second, what you value, and the third, what you do. These 3 pillars heavily influence how you perceive and interact with your daily world. To be clear, asking these questions will not erase your past, cure physical illnesses, or make you a decade younger. The circumstances remain exactly what they are. If you've spent the last few years stuck in a cycle of worry, there is nothing broken about you. Your brain was simply doing the job it evolved to do, protecting you by scanning the horizon for problems. As this pair of glasses catching the light reminds us, while we cannot control every circumstance of aging, we can control the lens through which we view them. This allows for a deeper appreciation of the life that is already here. So take a moment, there's no rush, but ask yourself, which of these 3 questions did you most need to hear today?